to part 2 of our interview with the Whitehouse Distillery. In this episode we find out more about Nick's business and see what else he's been creating using his laser.
So obviously you've got a lot of great products there. And what are the driving factors for you, Nick? What keeps you going to wanting to create more products?
Oh, I think the look of people's faces when you hand something to them that's so personalised is just amazing. And we spoke to a chap, an engineer, and he was making machines, and he had all the detailed plates on the front of the machines, and he was really struggling to get somebody to manufacture them for him. So I said, send me a drawing through and I'll see what I can do. So using the trolleys, black and white, again, so similar to our badges. So I made him, so I had some for the badges. So I made him the detailed panel plate with the cutouts and everything. Absolutely blown away. And it, again, another application that we never ever thought would, and that was just helping a friend, you know. So it starts to make your head hurt a little at sometimes when you kind of thinking of all these different things, but it does drive you forward. You keep, you know, somebody else will come up with something, and it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
And like you say as well, you can help, and I'm guessing you probably play with it yourself as well. Just like, oh well, I fancy doing this, you know, my own pen or whatever, and you can help friends out as well. So it's kind of the extra little bits that you can do.
So the applications just keep coming. It's very good. And now I don't buy cards anymore. I'll engrave a piece of slate or paper. You know, we'll just cut something out of paper and make a card ourselves, which is a great Yorkshire thing, you know, because you don't need to spend money if you don't have to.
I know what you mean. Speculate to accumulate.
It's a gift that keeps giving. Yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
I like it. And I think as well, one of the good things that we've discussed previously as well is your bottles, with it being gin, and obviously it's a consumable item. You had outsourcing potential issues with outsourcing. So your lasers really help to kind of, you know, you don't have to do as many things as you would if you'd outsourced, so to speak.
I think it would be incredibly difficult to outsource it because it's full of problems that you wouldn't foresee. So you would imagine that the simple, easy answer would be to send an empty bottle to somebody to have it engraved. The issue with that is, of course, that as soon as you take the bottles out, they're not sterile anymore. So then there's the whole process of the cost of shipping empty bottles to somebody and then shipping them back to you, and then the time it takes to do an extra clean and make sure that everything's perfect, because somebody's now handled those bottles, so it's inside and out. You need to make sure that everything's spot on. So there's quite a lot of time as well as cost moving the product, an empty bottle, in and out. So then the alternative to that would be to send full bottles, but then everything would have to be duty paid in order to send those bottles out. Then who's responsible for that once it's gone? So there's a massive risk in the alcohol and cost. And again, we're toing and froing with a product. So it's a really interesting and a difficult thing to do, I believe. I don't know of many people that are engraving bottles on the level that we're doing. I've seen one or two that have you can have 2 or 3 words on, but not in a full engraved situation like that, which is unique, I think, in a way to us. And I might be wrong, but it adds extra value to our product.
Definitely.
And that's the most important thing.
I was going to say, I definitely agree. You see a lot, for example, when you're going on just any internet and it's, you know, glass service, add 2 names and a date or something and things like that. So the fact that you've got so much detail and it's so refined as well really helps it kind of stand out, apart from just, oh, well, we'll charge a premium for not really much engraving, whereas you're actually providing a full bottle design.
Absolutely. And during my research, I looked very, very hard to find somebody that would engrave bottles, and I found people that would hand engrave with a very, very high cost. The alternative that was a sandblasting engraving system that people used. Not even quite sure how clean and clear that would be, but when you look at the level of detail that you can get on a bottle, it is absolutely incredible. And that's a fantastic thing for us, and it makes it so different to what other people are producing.
Absolutely, 100% agree. It's and as well, like you see, you've got the full. Again, it usually stops at just, well, we'll do a little bit on the bottle, but you've got the stopper, the label, the actual engraving, all that kind of thing. Really just makes it a complete package, basically.
Yeah, and so there was I don't have an example here, sadly, but the other thing that we discovered is, so for a few of the pubs who've bought shelf bottles for the back shelf, we've been able to engrave down the sides. And so we can put the pub name and a logo on the side, so it's personalised to them, but still showing our front label and product. So there's no misunderstanding as to what the product is. If it was just with their name on, it's difficult to, well, what is that? But at least, it's lovely when they handle it and it's got that engraving down the side and it's personal for them. So then we discovered that lots of people really do love the front label, and they want happy birthday or a celebration date. We've done a couple of anniversaries now. So an anniversary, whichever the detail of that down one side, and then the name and everything of the people on the other side. So it allows us so much flexibility without losing our branding, as well as creating new branding.
Well, thank you very much for your time today, Nick. It's been great to talk to you and find out more about Whitehouse Distillery, and we're looking forward to seeing more of your products in the future.
It's been brilliant. Thank you for your time, and have a fantastic day. Cheers.
Thank you.